I've got Lil Red pre-flighted. It's a beautiful day to fly, and we are gonna go check out Austin, Texas for lunch today. It is currently 38 degrees outside though, so we're gonna hustle things along and jump in the airplane because I'm cold. I'll see you in the sky. Seat track is back and locked, avionics master switch off, autopilot's off, carb heat's off, rotating beacon on, mixture full rich, 2 pumps of throttle, and 2 primes, currently 38 degrees. There's 1, and there's 2, 180 degree turn to lock that in place. Brakes hold, master and electric fuel pump coming on. Door is secured and latched. Verify we have enough fuel on board for today's flight. Fuel remaining, full tanks. Enter, continue. Perfect. Clear prop! Excellent. Good morning, Sugarland. Cherokee 773 in November. Like to pick up IFR 2 Echo Delta Charlie, please. Austin Executive Airport.
Cherokee 7738 November, Sugarland, ground clear to Austin Executive Airport via Radar Vectors Industry 1, Industry Direct. Maintain 2000. Expect 6,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure 123.8, squawk 4547.
Okay, cleared to Echo Delta Charlie via Industry 1 departure, Industry, and then direct. Climb maintain 2000, expect 6,000 within 10 minutes. Frequency 123.8, squawk 4547 for 7738 November.
The plan for today is to land in Austin, grab the courtesy car, and go get $100 Chinese food. So let's finish up our checklist so we can finally fly.
Brakes are set. Holding my toe brakes. Parking brake is set. Fuel proper tank. 25 and 25 looking good, and they looked the same when I looked inside as well, so that is perfect. Trim for takeoff. Bring this to the middle of neutral. Excellent. Flight control check. Push and pull that control yoke forward and back. Looks good. Rolling it side to side. Looks good. All right. Tail is coming up. Tail is going down. Left turn, left aileron is up. Right aileron is down. Right turn, right aileron is up, and the left aileron is down. Perfect. Flight controls are free and correct. Rudders and brakes were working during taxi. Ready to go. Sugarland Tower, Cherokee 7738 November is holding short 35, ready for departure.
Cherokee 7738 November, Sugarland Tower, hold short runway 35, wait non-release.
Holding short 35, 7738 November. All right, RPMs are still 1,000. Everything is sounding good, looking great. Fantastic. Set that parking brake.
7738 November, fly runway heading, maintain 2000, runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Flying runway heading, maintain 2000, runway 35, cleared for takeoff, 7738 November. Add in a little bit of power here. Enter that runway. No traffic, and no traffic on the runway either. On to center line. Looking good, feeling good. Here we go. Airspeed's alive, 55, there's 60, all gauges are in the green, and rotate. Got a little bit of a crosswind, not too bad.
Cessna 1629 Echo, hold short at 35 at Alpha 5, ready for takeoff westbound.
Cessna 1629 Echo, Sugarland Tower, on course runway 35, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 35 on course, 29 Echo.
Heater on, it's cold.
Alpha, and for the ILS, 35.
Cessna 807 Pop Alpha, runway 35, clear to land.
Clear to land on runway 35, 807 Pop Alpha.
7738 November, contact Houston departure.
Over to departure, have a good day, 7738 November. Good morning, Houston departure, Cherokee 773 in November, checking in, heading 350, climbing through 1000.
Cherokee 38 November, Houston departure, radar contact, climb maintain 4000.
Climb maintain 4000, 773 in November.
Houston approach, Cirrus 987 Whiskey Tango, flight following to San Antonio.
Stand by.
I was wrong. It's definitely still going to be bumpy.
What's your destination?
Austin Executive, Echo Delta Charlie for 7738 November.
November, thank you. Proceed direct.
Proceed direct, thank you, 773 November. Sweet! That never happens.
November 05 Romeo contact.
Nav mode.
Center 128.6.
To the left, baby. Nice. That's going to save us some time for sure. And put me at least a little bit in the sun.
Time for the flight following again, please.
Cirrus 987 Whiskey Tango SR22 / Golf, Alpha West Houston 4500 to Stinson.
Excellent. Got a really good climb going too, about 1,000 feet per minute, so we'll slow it down a little.
One moment.
Good morning, Houston approach, King Air 992 Lima Alpha 3000 direct.
Alright, Lima Alpha Houston, welcome up to
Zoom in on the map here so we can keep an eye out for some traffic. Not seeing any, but just in case. ATC does sound a little bit busy, so we'll help them out as much as we can. All gauges are still in the green, looking great. CHT is 381. I'll take it.
It's SSF Stinson in San Antonio 4500.
Our 7 Whiskey Tango Squawk 4514 and IDAT.
Got some airplanes over here, but it looks like we are going to be well out of their way. They're going to be both below us and above us by about 1,000 feet, so that's looking good too. Already off to a great start on today's flight. I'd love to see it.
Our 38 November, climb maintain 5000.
5,000 now, 7738 November.
Whiskey Tango radar contact showing about 5 east of the Houston Executive Airport, climb maintain 4500, clear through the Bravo.
Climb to 4500, cleared Bravo 7 Whiskey Tango, thanks.
Perfect.
Houston, departure number
Add in a little bit of rudder here.
1500.
92 uniform Houston,
There we go.
maintain VFR below 2000.
Identity VFR below 2000, 92 uniform. And approach, King Air 2 Lima Alpha has the field side, we can't fly far.
King Air 2 Lima Alpha, thank you. Alpha cancellation received, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Here's help, good day, 2 Lima Alpha. Houston approach, Skylane 223 Tango Lima, VFR request.
Tango Lima, go ahead.
Definitely a little bit of a busier frequency this morning. It is a beautiful day to fly, and I will tell you the weather next week does not look great. So if I had to guess, anybody who has an aircraft that could fly, helicopters included, probably will today. And I can't say I blame them. I got up early so I can come and fly today. I've missed it. Timed that beautifully. We have 1,000 feet to go, so if you've never heard that before, maybe this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. Thank you for being here. That does mean that we have 1,000 feet to go until we level off at our selected altitude. In this case, 5,000 feet. We did file for 6,000 feet, but it is a short flight, so they may level us off at 5 and then keep us there until we start our descent. We'll find out together. Already a way much more simple flight than I expected, to be honest, because it was pretty busy on the frequencies, so I'm stoked. We do have some traffic coming out of Houston Executive, so we'll be on the lookout for them. But again, we are on an instrument flight plan, so ATC is going to be giving us traffic advisories, but because we're not in clouds, obviously, we'll be looking out the window and just making sure that we can spot traffic and help out as much as we can. Always try to see if I can spot the airport. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Jack at November Zulu with you, 7,000 with the automatic information on board from Shorten.
That's Alpha Yankee November Zulu Houston approach well.
Yep, got it.
Runway 35.
It's always so much easier to spot it this time of year because unfortunately all the grass is dead. So if you can find just anything that looks like pavement, basically anything that isn't brown, it's usually going to be an airport of some kind, at least that I've found. Kind of funny. By the way, that other beeping sound was 200 feet away from our selected altitude. So we get two notifications, 1,000 feet and 200 feet, when we're both climbing and descending to an altitude, which I think is kind of nice. So we're going to level off at 5,000, then we'll take a look and see where we are at. Doesn't look like the winds are affecting us too much yet. That's good.
020, intercept localizer, 7 Lima Charlie.
Project 3 Alpha Yankee November, so request clear flight direct to JUs for the ARN approach.
Okay, so we have leveled up at 5,000 feet. I'm just pulling that throttle back to bring those RPMs back to about 2,600. And then we are going to lean out our mixture to save on fuel. Right now we're burning 13.5 gallons per hour, which isn't terrible, but we can do better. So pull that mixture back. Keeping an eye on my CHT, cylinder head temperature.
6,000.
I maintain 6,000, 773 November.
0 Alpha Alpha traffic.
Just kidding, mixture back to full rich. And we will climb at about 120 feet or so. We only have 1,000 feet to go, so that's not bad.
1917.
1917, 5 Delta.
7 Lima Charlie, you're 5.
Slowly bringing that throttle forward.
Clear for the ILS runway 35 approach.
There we go.
Yep, cleared, maintain 2 down to a clear for the ILS 35.
Oh yeah, this isn't going to take us long at all.
Lima Charlie, present speed to a 4-mile final, contact the tower 118.65.
Keep the speed up to 4-mile final, 1865, have a good one.
0 Alpha Alpha, contact Houston approach 134.45.
134.45, pushing 0 Alpha Alpha.
Our 902 uniform, climb maintain VFR to below 5,000.
Traffic is still looking good. Once we switch frequencies, it'll be a lot easier for me to talk to you. He's definitely busy.
Scott Waller Airport, 8,500 and below.
200 feet to go.
Comfort 6 Tango Bravo back with you. I thought I picked up a transfer, but maybe I got the wrong frequency.
Yeah, I think you took somebody else's call. Just maintain VFR at or below 2,000 now, that's fine.
Okay, VFR at or below 2.
All right, so we've continued our climb at 500 feet per minute. We are just about to level off at 6,000, and then we'll do it all over again. Lean out our mixture, pull out our throttle, keep an eye on that cylinder head temperature, and then we'll make sure everything else is looking good too.
35 approach.
There's that 6,000. We found the wind, but it's only affecting us by about 3 miles per hour, so not too shabby. Again, gonna pull that throttle back. RPM's 2,600, just to get us started. And at 6,000 feet, according to my cruise RPM checklist here, I want to be at between 2,600 and 2,625, so that's good. Pull that mixture back. Gonna hear a little engine roughness here. There we go. Slightly enriching that. And now we're burning at about between 10.5 and 11 gallons per hour. That works for me. And RPMs are at about 2620 to 2630, so that's perfect. Cylinder head temperature is 356 degrees. Oil pressure, oil temperature, and fuel pressure gauges are all in the green and looking fantastic. Easy peasy. Our indicated airspeed is 134 and ground speed is 132. So even though it says we have a 17 mile per hour headwind, not quite a headwind. We're on heading 289er and it's coming from 250, so not too bad. It's affecting us a little bit, but better than I expected, so I'm happy. 48 minutes to go. This is going to be a simple, quick, easy flight. And then hopefully they'll have a courtesy car for us when we land, be able to go grab some lunch. Just kind of enjoy the outdoors, even though it's freezing. That's my plan anyway.
Approach sky lane 8223X.
I'm hoping we can switch frequencies soon so it's a little easier for me to talk to you. Let's go over to airports here on the iPad. Type in our identifier.
And 8083 Whiskey, your call.
Austin Executive. Weather frequency is 118.825, so I'm going to come over here to my secondary radio and set that up.
And stand by, you 145.
Perfect. And the last known weather update was VFR, wind 020 at 9er, 9 statute miles visibility, and sky clear. If the winds are coming from 020, they're probably using runway 31. And I am going to request an approach, which would be the RNAV runway 31. So we'll see if they give that to me, or give that to us, excuse me, or not. That being said, we are pretty much straight in line to land runway 31, so they may not want to, but we'll see what they say.
38 November, contact Houston 124.22.
124.22, have a nice day, 773 November.
2.
124.22. Excellent. And it's still morning. Good morning, Houston Center, Cherokee 773 November is checking in 6,000.
Also aircraft checking in at 1, November 241, Lima Juliet, Houston approach, Houston altimeter 3057. Provide information November and your approach request. Number 39 Delta, you're just east of Seku. Maintain VFR cleared on average 35.
We may have to call him again. He said he had multiple aircraft checking at the same time, so he's probably working a few more frequencies, which is cool. No worries.
773 November, Houston approach, Houston altimeter 3057.
3057, 773 November, thank you. Nice. He must be a really good multitasker if he was talking to 4 different airplanes at the same time. Perfect. Alright, so we currently have 25 gallons in our left tank and 20 in our right, which means it is time to switch tanks. So turning that electric fuel pump on, verifying that fuel pressure is in the green, looks great. Rolling that fuel selector valve over here to my left tank. Fuel pressure remains in the green, electric fuel pump off, and fuel pressure stays in the green. That looks good. We won't switch fuel tanks again for another hour, which, to be honest, we have 41 minutes until we get to our destination, so even if I do shoot an instrument approach, we're still probably only looking at another 10 extra minutes in the air, so we may not have to switch again. That being said, I do prefer to land with my fullest tank, so we'll just play it by ear and kind of see what things are looking like. But so far, smooth, easy flight, really loving it. I'm excited that I finally got back into the airplane. It definitely got a little bumpy on us just now, so let's pull some of that power back just for a second. Rough air or maneuvering speed in my airplane is 129 miles per hour, so when it gets bumpy like that, it's best to just pull some of that power back, bring that airspeed down into that range of 129, and then see what happens. We might have just hit a couple of pockets. Fingers crossed, I don't really feel like bumping all the way over to Austin. We'll see.
Number 8223 X-ray, Houston approach, Houston altimeter 3057.
3057, 23 X-ray.
We're down to 31 minutes until we get to our destination airport, so we're making really good time. Our indicated airspeed is still 128 miles per hour and ground speed is 130. RPMs are still between 2520 and 2530. Cylinder head temperature is 372 degrees and all of our gauges are still in the green. And we're burning about 10 gallons per hour, so looking good. I'm not even going to have to get any fuel at Austin Executive. I can go have lunch, come back, pre-flight, and get back in the air. I love days like today. That's awesome.
Present heading, we should JIDEC in just a minute. Let me know when you have the weather at Hooks.
Okay, we got the weather at Hooks. We're level 5. We'll go however low you need us to go.
26 minutes to go. I'm hoping he's either going to switch us to another frequency shortly or he is going to ask me what my approach request is, because I do want to do an instrument approach. Even though I don't need to, obviously, there's not a whole lot of clouds going on. I like to log approaches when I can, and I don't have much else to do today anyway, so might as well get a few extra minutes of flight time. Plus, I get to spend more time with you.
Yeah, we're trying to reach 12087.
For those of you that have been following along, I am still looking for another airplane. I have a couple of different options in mind. I'm actually leaning towards potentially getting a multi-engine.
November contact Austin approach 127.22.
127.22. Have a nice day. 773 in November. 127. Oh, 127.22. Pause for dramatic effect. Good morning, Austin approach. Cherokee 773 in November. Checking in 6,000.
Missed the last takeoff.
Yes, good morning. This is Cherokee 773 in November. Checking in 6,000.
Number 773 November, Austin approach. Austin altimeter 3056. Advise on information Lima for Austin Executive.
3056. I'll advise when I have the weather. 773 in November. Thanks. Let's go ahead and see if we can pick it up real quick.
Initial contact. Use caution first. Wildlife while the vicinity of the airport. Advise on initial
We're
contact.
still 46 miles away, and that's crystal clear.
Victor information Lima, 1650 Zulu, wind 0208, gust 14, visibility 8, skies clear, temperature 0, dew point -13, altimeter 3057. RNAV approaching use, land runway 31.
Number 8223 X-ray Austin approach, Austin altimeter 3056.
He is a very fast talker. You guys tell me that I am a fast talker, but woo! He could give me a run for my money. Alright, information Lima, winds are 0208, gusting 14, not too shabby. Altimeter 3057, we're currently 3056, so that looks good. And runway 31 is in use. He did also say the RNAV runway 31 is in use, so requesting it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Perfect. We'll go ahead and report that. He'll probably give us some information, and then we will go from there.
Maintain 6,000, delete altitude restrictions, and expedite descent through 7,000 for more VFR traffic.
I think I need to get a new pen.
6,000, alright, that will expedite.
It doesn't write so well anymore.
Austin approach, good morning, Sirius.
I can still read it, so it's fine, but I think it's time. Also, I did clean my windows, if you haven't already noticed. I actually did clean them before my last flight too, but for whatever reason they were still really streaky, so I cleaned them extra well this time, and I think they look pretty good. I'm happy.
Niner 05 Hotel Austin approach, turn 30 degrees, 30 degrees to the left for spacing.
30 to the left, 905 Hotel. Good morning, Austin approach, Southwest 1424, descending via the sea.
I guess all of the ATC frequencies are going to be busy today.
Southwest 1424, Austin approach, expect runway 36 right.
36 right, sounds good.
Number 3 Echo Sierra, contact Houston Center 134.3. Southwest 1424, descend via the Suzy arrival, except maintain 9,000.
We're going to get in this time.
9,000 via the Suzy, Southwest 1424. 7650, 15-3, descend via the Willie 7 kilo.
Southwest 3650 Austin approach, expect runway 36 left.
36 left, Southwest 3650.
Austin Cherokee 773 November has information Lima.
For 773 November, roger, descend and maintain 3,000. Expect the visual approach for runway 31.
And for 773 November, I'd like to request radar vectors for the RNAV 31 if you have the time.
Number 7738 November, clear direct Searmu, cross Searmu at 3,000, cleared RNAV runway 31 approach.
Clear direct to Searmu for 7738 November, across Searmu at or above at 3,000. Clear for the approach, 7738 November, thanks. Alright, he gave that to me a lot faster than I expected. Sweet. Procedure. Approach. RNAV 31.
Austin approach 179 Delta 6007.
And we'll do Zomps, load. We're going to take this one out. Yes. We're going to go direct to Searmu and cross Searmu at or above at 3,000. Go to approach mode here. And we'll do about 500 feet per minute. It should work.
905 Hotel, verify you're on course for
Looks good there. Okay.
7738 November, change plans, cross Searmu at 2,000, cleared RNAV runway 31 approach.
Cross Searmu at 2,000, cleared RNAV 31 approach, 773 November.
Houston Center, King Air 865 Lima Romeo, 18.8, descending 16.
Okay, so 2,000, and we'll continue our descent at about 135. I think that'll work. All gauges are still in the green and looking good.
132.
125.32, fluctuate.
Enriching that mixture slightly.
Rate 65 Tango Charlie.
And fuel still looking good too. Perfect. Approach mode is active. 3,000 feet to go, and we have 9 minutes until we get there, so that is looking really good too. All I was trying to tell you before we had to do all this craziness is I might actually be looking at a multi-engine airplane now. So if you have any recommendations, as always, put them in the comments. And hopefully you've been enjoying the video so far. We'll be on the ground here in about roughly 15 minutes or so. Really nice, easy flight. I love days like today.
I think you reached his frequency.
Obviously, I didn't get a chance to chat with you a whole bunch, but we made the best of it, I think.
Austin approach, 865 Tango Charlie, level 6,500.
That last call taken.
865 Tango Charlie is level 6,500.
Rate 65 Tango Charlie, Austin approach, Austin altimeter 3055.
Realistically, this is probably our last frequency, So, let's see, 127.225, approach and departure, 127.225. Excellent. So we'll put that tower frequency in 120.3, have that ready to go. We've already been cleared for the approach, which is perfect. We've got our approach mode activated, and we have about 2,500 feet to go until we level off at that 2,000, which were our instructions for Sirmu. Sirmu? If I'm saying that wrong, we're just going to ignore it. I'm doing my best. 35 degrees over here. It's actually getting colder. But I dressed for the occasion this time. And I have my heater on. I think it's so funny, people are always like, you have a heater but you don't have an air conditioner? Yes, that is correct. In fact, that is one of the biggest on my wants versus needs kind of checklist for looking for a new airplane. One of my biggest wants is to have air conditioning on the airplane. So I know you can put in one of those, what are they called? I have one, and I can't think of the name of it off of the top of my head. Just totally disappeared from my brain. Anyways, I know that there are ways that you can still cool the cockpit down, but I would like to just have the air conditioning inside. 6 minutes until we get there, and then it's going to be a very quick, very quick landing. Love it. CHT is 357 degrees. RPMs are still set to about 2550. All gauges are in the green, and we're currently burning about 11 gallons per hour. And about 200 to 300 feet, I am going to enrich in that mixture a little bit more too as we continue that descent. And the wind's shifted on us. Ooh, I might have to fly lower on the way back. We might have to fly lower on the way back. Our indicated is 138 and our ground speed is 150. Granted, we are in a descent, so I have to keep that in mind. But it does say that we have a tailwind of 6 miles per hour right now. I'll take it. Not too shabby. Much better than a headwind. A tailwind is always better than a headwind. At least in my mind.
Departure Southwest 291. 2,500 for 4,000.
I live in Houston, and this is an hour-long flight, and this is my first time ever coming to Austin. I actually have friends who live over here that have been trying to get me to come to visit, and I just never made it happen, so I'm finally coming. I'm here. I'm excited. Let's do this. This is taking longer than I thought it was going to. Keep going. Gallons in the left and 20 gallons in the right, so that is looking good too. Still 500 feet per minute descent. Not a whole lot going on. I love flying the Cherokee, I really do, but I am thinking that it's gonna be a good move whatever I move up to. I also have a couple of other things I'm currently working on, so I will keep you posted if any of that pans out. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be an awesome year, and it's going to be an opportunity for me to get to do a lot of the things that I've always dreamt about being able to do, and part of the reason I became a pilot in the first place is because I wanted to travel and see the world, and I'm hoping that this year I'm going to be able to start really doing that. Get out of the United States, maybe fly a little bit more internationally. So if you have any recommendations on where you think I should go, my top is probably, I want to get all the way down to St. Lucia. I think that would be really, really cool. I think there's also St. Martin, and it's one of those where you get to sit on the beach and you have commercial airliners fly directly over you when they come in and land, and I just think that would be really cool to see firsthand. All right, 8 minutes to go until we reach Sirmu. I know there's no way I'm saying that right, but I'm giving it my all.
231 Tango Pop, contact Houston Center 132.15.
132.25?
3215.
3215 for 1 Tango Pop. Appreciate it.
I knew the bumps were going to come get us eventually.
Austin approach, King Air 865 Lima Romeo 14.2, descending 10,000 kilo.
King Air 865 Lima Romeo, Austin approach to Lima, current now, Austin altimeter 3054, flying runway 36 right.
3054, and we'll expect 36 right, 865 Lima Romeo.
1,000 feet to go until we reach that 2,000, which were...
78 November, contact Executive Tower, good day.
Was that for 7738 November?
7738 November, affirmative, contact Executive Tower, good day.
Over to tower, take care, 773 November. 120.3. And we're pretty much afternoon. Good afternoon, Executive, Cherokee 7738 November, IFR checking in. Yeah, 120.3.
Calling up, I was on line, say again.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Cherokee 7738 November, IFR checking in.
Tower report 4 miles out.
Report 4 miles out, 7738 November. Okay, so 4 miles is going to be... Oh, it got real bumpy over here. Pull some more of that power back. Okay, so... There's that 2,000, add in some more power. 1 minute until we reach Sirmu. Approach mode is on. As soon as we reach Sirmu, we should be able to see if this is going to be LPV or LNAV. And then we will base our minimums off of that.
Tower, November 995 Bravo Zulu, hold short 31.
5 Bravo Zulu, your departure frequency is now 119.0. Runway 31, fly runway heading, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading 31, clear for takeoff. November 995 Bravo Zulu.
With these winds, the autopilot is having a little difficulty holding altitude, so let's bring in some extra power. Everything else is still looking good. All gauges are in the green.
Executive Tower, 817 Mike.
20 seconds and we're going to make a slight right turn.
East with information.
There we go.
Full stop.
Four 17 Mike Delta, roger. And what type of aircraft are you?
Cherokee 6, 17 Mike Delta.
There's our two triangles. And LPV, so minimums are 812 feet. So we'll round that up to 900. Once we get to 900, if we don't have any of our requirements, then we will go missed, but it's bright blue skies and sunny outside, so should be good.
Right base 31, 17 Mike Delta.
Alright, so Hitsu is approximately 4 miles, so once we get to our final approach fix in about 3 minutes here, we will report our 4 mile final. And that should be good. Hitsu being our final approach fix is also where we're going to configure to land. So mixture is already full rich, and we will do all of that shortly, and so far so good. Nice easy flight. If you have enjoyed today's flight, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button so that you never miss one of these videos or any of my trips. I have a lot of fun stuff coming up this year, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So thanks for hanging out with me. See a little bit of traffic here. He's 100 feet above us. So most likely not a factor, but we will find out here in just a minute. Pull a little bit of that power back. It's bumpier over here than I expected.
438 November, safe position.
I just passed Sirmu on my way to Hitsu for 7738 November.
7 Mike Delta, from your present position, make a left turn to enter a right down when you're following a Cherokee on about 6 or 7 mile final.
Alright, we'll make a left turn for a wide downwind for 17 Mike Delta, looking for that Cherokee.
I always butcher these waypoints. I hope everybody else does too, or I'm just gonna feel ridiculous. He didn't correct me though, so maybe I didn't butcher it. I don't know. We'll find out.
How far out is the Cherokee for 1 Mike Delta?
1 Mike Delta, he's about the same distance from you, so we just need you to go out about 1 mile. We'll get you turned back in.
Understood. 1 Mike Delta.
Delta, 300 feet above. Yeah, so he was coming in to land. That's cool. Oh, he goes a lot faster than we do. Kinda nice they're letting us land first. That doesn't usually happen. Usually the faster traffic gets to go. But we are lower, and we are on an instrument approach, so maybe that's why they're being nice.
For 7 Mike Delta, base turn approved, runway 31, clear land.
Base turn approved, 31, clear land, 17 Mike Delta.
Alright. So, one triangle is looking good, or I guess diamond, if you will. And the other diamond is coming down, looking good there too. 2000, airspeed still looks great, all gauges are in the green. There is Hidsu, that is our final approach fix. So RPMs down to about 1800, mixture full rich, fuel pump, landing light, rotating beacon are all on. Get into that wide arc here. Boom. First notch of flaps 10 degrees. Bring in a little more power as necessary. And should be starting another descent here shortly. Airspeed's at about 100, exactly where I want to be. All gauge still in the green, and fuel, we have 20 gallons in both tanks, so that looks good too. Yep, there's that descent. Perfect. And we are going down to 900 feet, so we'll set that here.
38 November, I have you on site, 31 clear land.
31 clear to land, 7738 November, thank you. $700 feet to go. Both triangles look good. Airspeed's about 110. All gauges in the green. RPM is about 1700. THT 258. Looks good. 500 feet to go. $400. 300. 200. There's that beeping sound reminding me. Love it.
There's 7 Mike Delta.
100.
Now 1 mile final, 31 clear land.
Traffic inside, 31 clear land, 17 Mike Delta.
Takeoff Tower 22166 with you, 3,500.
And there's 900. Field is in sight. Second notch of flaps 25.
22126 is active tower, stay in attention.
Little bit of a crosswind, not too bad though.
22166, stay position.
Let's see, they just had me off, I'm 10 miles to your west at 3,500, a little bit to the northwest.
Little bit of wind right there. There we go.
166, roger.
Flap 0. Keep in a little bit of that wind correction. Little aerodynamic braking. Everything's looking good. Got crazy here because of the wind. I was going to do another $100 hamburger, but instead we're going to Panda Express because that sounds good. Currently have you leaned up against my cup, so hopefully that works. This is just a gift card. But I stopped at Panda Express and I got a kid's meal with white rice and orange chicken. Mainly just because I'm freezing. But the last time I flew to lunch, I didn't film my $100 hamburger, so this time I am filming it. Looks like this. The perfect little amount. Taste test.
hot. Good. I'm gonna eat this, jump back in the courtesy car, drive back to the airport, pre-flight, and I'll see you guys back in the sky. Bye.